Many people ask me this question that they understand this language very well, but when it comes to speaking, they stumble upon their own words. They are not able to speak good English. So this problem is very common with everybody who is going through this difficult process of learning English. So today I'm going to tell you how to become fluent in English, what to do, and how to stick to what you are doing. It is not that you are doing it for some time just for instant gratification, and after that you want to quit this language because you are not getting the right result of your hard work. So welcome to my channel Rekha Datta English Classes. Guys, today I am not going to teach you grammar. I am not going to talk about idiom, phrases and vocabularies. Rather, I am going to talk about how to become fluent in English. Many people, they come to me and they ask me the same question. Ma'am, tell me how to become fluent in English, what things to adopt to become a good speaker, and what kind of strategies to use while speaking in English. So today I have come with all the answers. I'm going to tell you that how to become fluent in English. I'm going to tell you how to become fluent in English and what to do for speaking good English. So first of all, remember that whenever you are talking to somebody, increase your label of expressions. I mean, come up with different question and answer. If you are asking or if you are repeating the same kind of questions, you are getting stuck in a kind of loop, and every time you will be able to express yourself in a simple questions that is being asked to you again and again, and you cannot come out with something different, because you have not been practicing about that, you have not been talking about that. So it is essential for you to increase your level of information and your content. If you are increasing the level of information, if you talk about different aspects which you find very easy to come up with. Suppose if somebody asks you about women liberation or women or about feminism or about patriarchal societies or childhood marriage or how to these questions are out of vogue now. If somebody asks you something different question, okay, tell me what is your take on education? Do you think that education system need to be changed? Okay, I know that it is something different question where you are getting stuck a lot. You are not able to answer the question because you have not been preparing on that aspects. So when you are speaking in English, remember that you should be ready with everything. And you should be ready to accept the question which is coming to you. Continuously back to back, you might be asked a question and you are ready with the answer. If you can answer correctly and without fail and without being stuck, you can be called a fluent speaker. But if you are ready with some answer and you are thriving on that only, you are coming up with that particular answer, you cannot be called fluent because you did a little prep on that and you know how to answer. In daily conversational video, we find that people ask the same kind of question. What do you do? What is your hobby? Where do you live? Tell me about yourself. And you are very much aware of the answer. This is the only reason that when you start conversing with somebody, and if somebody is being asked these kind of questions, they are very much in a comfortable zone because they know the answer perfectly, and that is why they very easily they can put forth those things. But if somebody asks you something different, some different question which you are not expecting to come from their side, you get stuck. So this is the only reason I tell you that always try to increase your content, your level of information, so that you can speak on various topic, innumerable things you should know about everything, so that your mind will not have to search a lot when somebody asks you some question, and your mind is try to find out the answer immediately, but you are not getting the answer at that particular moment, you start stumbling a lot. So first of all, if you really want to be fluent in English, try to understand what I am saying. First thing is that, immerse yourself a lot with this language. What is the meaning of immersing? Immersing means to dive in, to engulf with the language, to indulge totally into this language. How you can do it? Listen a lot of videos, watch a lot of stuff in English. Tons of English videos are available on YouTube, Netflix, and so many things are there. Try to watch those programs always in English and dive into it properly. You need to delve inside the language to understand this language properly and get your mind and you are letting your mind get the habit of listening English. So just try to immerse a lot of English stuff all the time, whatever you are doing. People say that I don't have time to spend a lot on English stuff because I need to do my household chores, I need to go to my college, I need to go to my office. But remember one thing, that if you really want to speak good English, you can take out your time. It is a kind of pretension. You are pretending that you don't have time. It is a kind of procrastination, because when you are really into something, when you really want to become fluent in English, you will take out your own time. That will happen naturally. You don't have to push yourself a lot, because you love this language and you can do it happily. So that is why always, whenever you get time, whenever you are not getting time, you are traveling, you are walking, you are running, you are doing some household chores, that time too you can listen something, you can watch something. If you don't have time to sit and watch something properly, you can listen putting your earphone on. Listen something. Give yourself, your mind, the habit of this language. Totally immerse yourself to this language. So when you are doing it, remember that you are giving a lot of food to your mind, a lot of information about this language. And when you are listening a lot, your ears become habituated to listen to this language. It will get an idea about the intonation, the accent, where to give pauses, where to give stress. You know everything about this language. So this is the only reason I always tell my students that listen a lot and watch a lot of stuff. Why I'm saying this thing to you? Remember that when you are doing this thing, you are giving yourself an environment of English automatically, because we have not born in a native country. We have not been listening this language from our childhood. We have not been giving our ears to the habit of listening English since our childhood. We have not been getting the facility of getting everything ready on silver platter by studying in English medium school. So what to do? You yourself giving a kind of exposure to your ears by listening a lot, by watching a lot of stuff in English. So this is the first thing. Second thing is that listening, watching, adopting, evolving a lot of English stuff is not sufficient if you are not been practicing. You need to practice a lot. You need to take out the words and sentences from your mouth, because if you are listening and watching and keep it retaining in your mind, but you are not taking it out to converse to somebody, you cannot become fluent in English. So you need to speak a lot, you need to practice a lot. So practice with somebody who is good in English. Practice with somebody who can understand your problem and might correct you when you are making mistake. That is also important. But always it is not possible to practice with somebody who can speak good English and who is going to correct you, because you yourself are very much afraid to connect to such person who can speak good English, because you are feeling that person might judge you. So you are not coming out of your shell, you are remaining in yourself. You don't want to come out with your problem, with your mistakes, and you are very much afraid of being judged by those people. So that's why never put forth your things. So you can do one more thing. Try to record your voice and listen what you are speaking. When you are recording your voice, so many things happens. First of all, you can hear your own voice, how you are pronouncing particular words or particular things, or maybe you are making mistake on some particular point, you get to know about it. Maybe you are using, what I use, initially I used to use it a lot. And how you are delivering your thing, how you are coming out with your stuff. That is also very much needed for you to know, and that can happen if you are recording your voice. So when you are recording your own voice, you can identify your mistake, where you are making mistake, where you are pronouncing wrongly. You can get to know about it, and there are lots of scope to improve upon that. So that is why record yourself and try to listen it every day. That you can do. I know it's very monotonous to record your voice and to listen to it, because everybody, it is a human nature, human psychology. They don't want to see their own mistake, and they find it very boring, very monotonous. But I am assuring you, if you do it, you find that your English is getting improved day by day, because you get to know your own problems, where you are getting stuck a lot. What is the where is the place you find that you need to improve, because you can realize yourself, you can feel yourself, oh, this is the point where I'm making mistake. And remember that this thing is will happen not overnight. It will take time for you to understand where you are making mistake. Initially, if you're recording your voice, you cannot understand, okay, this is the way, this is the place, this is the point where I'm making mistake. You cannot understand it. So when you are not able to differentiate where to correct, how to correct, you get puzzled. Remember that everything takes time. It is a language. You need a lot of patience. You need a lot of efforts. You need a lot of understanding that it takes time, and gradually you are reaching to this point, and it will happen over the time. Instant gratification, no. Overnight you cannot become fluent in English. Every day you are giving your small effort to become fluent. Every day. Every day you are learning something, every day you are reading something, you are reading aloud, you are writing something. I'm not giving much emphasis on writing things, because it doesn't happen. Yes, it is okay, but sometimes you can write also, because when you are writing, you find that whatever you are noting down, it really gets etched in your mind. It remains there. It remains there forever. Writing is so powerful, So that is why writing is okay, but I know that in today's world, it's very not possible to write every day. But I'm not enforcing you to write every day. You can speak loudly. You can adopt the shadowing technique. That is also very good for speaking in English. Many people, they come to me and they tell me, ma'am, tell me that how to increase our vocabulary, how to add up new words to our conversation, because we are just speaking the same kind of words and vocabulary every day. We are not able to add new words to our vocabulary, and it becomes very monotonous to express the same kind of words, and it doesn't happen. Even if we are trying our best to learn this language and memorizing lots of words and wants to put in in the right time. It doesn't happen. Our brain doesn't recall those particular words. So I'm going to tell you how to do it. First of all, if you really want to increase your vocabulary, if you're willing to add up new words and phrases and idioms in your sentences, you can do it perfectly. You can do it. Only the technique which I'm going to tell you, you need to adopt it, right? First, try to derive the words and phrases from the real conversational videos, not from the long list of vocabulary words. Never try to pick up your words from the long list of vocabulary words in Google or sometimes, in a book. Don't do it. Rather, you can pick up the words and phrases and idioms from the conversational videos where two persons are having conversation, where you find they are talking on some issues and you find the word is not known to you, and you come across some words which are not known to you. Sometimes you find some phrases are being used by them which are not known to you. Immediately try to pick it up from there, see the meaning and the right context. Because when you are learning the words in the phrases, it will remain in your mind for a longer period rather than just choosing one single word. So always try to learn the word with the right context and with the right meaning and in a phrase. Okay, so in a phrase, if you are going to learn the meaning and taking a lot of examples too, it will remain in your mind forever. Otherwise, what happens that it really slips away from our mind. It goes away from our mind very soon. So this is the only way to learn the vocabulary words. And not only that, you need to bring it back to your mind time to time. Time to time, you need to recall those words. You need to see those words. Suppose you have written in your diary, and next time what you are doing, that after writing it on the diaries, some particular word, you're going to forget about it. You need to flip the pages and see the words, find out the meaning, but once in a day you can do it. So when you are doing it again and again, you find that it becomes an important part of your brain, and now you are not going to forget about them. So remember that if you really want to become fluent in English, you really want to speak good English, you need to go through a process. There are no cut corners. You have to give your 100%. Then only you can become fluent in English. Thanks for watching my videos. Thank you so much.